everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am joined today again by our sweet little marshmallow black cat over here. On this channel we review cruelty-free beauty products, typically makeup, but sometimes other stuff, and any other random Halloween spooky things that I find. In Halloween month I'm hoping that I can review some clothes, some shoes, some other things like that, but for now we've just been sticking to makeup. So if you're interested in potentially future things like that, let me know. You can comment down below. But in this video, we will be reviewing a brand that is brand new to me, Sigma Beauty. They have been around for a long time. They've always been well known for their brushes. I have never heard a single bad thing about Sigma, but for some reason I have just never ordered any of their products. So I had been waiting for something special to catch my attention, and let me tell you, something caught my attention. So you've probably already heard if you're a big makeup junkie, but they came out with a full Alice in Wonderland collection. So specifically, it's Disney collaborating with Sigma Beauty on an Alice in Wonderland collection based on the Disney film. And everything is absolutely beautiful. So I have to be totally honest with you. I just filmed not even a get ready with me, but just applying eyeshadow, cheek stuff, and lip products and talking about how excited I was for the collection. And it took an hour and 45 minutes. So my fiance, who helps me edit my videos, was like, there's no way to take an hour and 45 minutes and cut that down to like 20 to 30 minutes because I was literally, it was like all content for most of the time. So what we're doing instead is I'm going to do what I'm going to call a speed review, where I've obviously already tried everything, applied everything. It's been on my face for a little bit. I'm going to try to make what I'm going to call a mini speed review of the entire collection, and I will tell you kind of what I did quickly, hopefully quickly, to let you know like what I did to achieve this look, the colors that I used, what I thought about them, and then every product I will go through and talk about the CAT rating system that I always use. If you're new to this channel, C is for cost, A is for application, and T is for the packaging. And then finally, I will rate every single product and the bundle as well on a black cat scale. So 1 black cat would be really bad, or 0 black cats would be horrible, and 5 black cats would be boom, knocked out of the park, love it. The reason that I use that specific scale is, like, I mentioned Little Marshmallow, but I also have 2 other black cats, Crumpet and Gremlin. They make appearances from time to time on the channel. Usually Marshmallow recently has been my little consistent baby that stays with me. She was here the whole time during the hour and 45-minute video. And I aspire to have 5 black cats eventually, so I use a 5 black cat scale. And as I said, my fiance edits the videos, and so I love when he's editing my videos, he constantly, for every video, gets a reminder that I still need 2 more black cats in my life. So yeah, so we will do speed reviews, and Marcia will hang out with us, and we'll go through, like I said, full review of everything. So really quickly, if you are interested in seeing me do the actual application, I am not a trained makeup artist. I am not a professional by any means whatsoever. But I did try to film like a technique style kind of video. So literally I showed and talked through the entire eyeshadow process, lip process, and the cheek contour, or not contour, it's a blush and a highlighter palette. So if you would want to see a super long video where I'm just getting way too carried away and having a ton of fun playing with these products, I'm happy to post that video. But honestly, I don't think literally there is no one that will watch an hour and 45-minute video of me just playing with one collection of makeup. Maybe my mom, maybe, but even she I don't think would watch an hour and 45 minutes. But I don't know. So maybe, you know, if you're really bored, maybe, I don't know, maybe you want to watch it. If you do, I'll upload it. I'll cut out the weird parts because there's always some weird parts in my video. And yeah, so let's do it for now. So obviously the look that I created today used all the products in the collection, and I went for a look that I am comfortable with and kind of my favorite kind of a look. So I like dark, heavy, vampy, gothy eyeshadow. Usually I like a dark lipstick too, but we didn't get a dark lipstick in the collection. So I've used these lip products, but this eye look is absolutely one that I would wear anytime. I would wear it to work, I'd wear it out. I just really like dark eyeshadows. So if you're interested also in seeing a quote-unquote wearable look, like some people seem to do on the YouTube, seem to prefer perhaps on YouTube, I'm more than happy to create that for you and do a second video that's a quick speed video with a more wearable look, but I just went with what sparks joy in my life. Isn't that what was Marie Kondo said that? Do what sparks joy, and this type of a look sparks joy for me. So let's go ahead and get started. Everything came beautifully packaged from Sigma. They did include, I thought this was great, my favorite makeup product ever of all time are liquid lipsticks. And they included a mini free liquid lipstick in the shade Venom. It is just a beautiful bright red. I'm super excited to have this and to use this. And again, it was totally free. It just added to my cart. When I went back to the website today to remind myself of prices and see what other items Sigma had, they are still offering this same perk, only it's a different shade. I think it was Awake or Awaken. And it looked kind of like a neutrally pinkish, mid-tone pink color from the picture. So if you do choose to place an order and you do it soon, hopefully you'll still get a free liquid lipstick with your order as well. And they also included a free little sachet packet thing of their brush cleaner. Haven't tried it yet, but I've heard great things about it, and I'm really excited that it was included for free. Everything came packaged for me in this black box. It was beautifully packaged, everything in here laid out. You can see they had the tissue paper that propped up the smaller product so that it just aesthetically to open it was really, really pleasing and fun. So I really, really appreciate that. And again, you can see all of that if you tell me to upload the long video. I open the box, I do the whole shebang. Obviously things have already been taken out of their unit cartons, but I'll go ahead and run down through prices and show you what the outer packaging looks like. So the first and probably most famous, if you're on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, would be the palette, and it is called the Alice eyeshadow palette. The outside packaging is this metallic purpley blue swirls. The back has the name of the shades and what they look like, and you also see that it does come with a dual-ended Sigma brush, which Sigma brushes are top-notch quality and they are kind of pricey. So to get an eyeshadow palette with this many colors and a dual-ended Sigma brush, it feels like a good deal to me. So I'm going to be honest with you, the price for this palette is $59 if you don't have a discount code. I would recommend never buying from them without a discount code because it seems like they have sales a lot. So specifically today, Tuesday, September 21st, they were running a 30% off VIP friends and family, something like that kind of a sale. So again, if you take that off, the palette is not $59. It significantly is going to drop in price. So I highly recommend sign up for their emails. If you want to guarantee a code, they sent me 25% off my purchase. When I signed up, like I said, I had never ordered from them before. It was a brand new purchase for me. And so what actually ended up being a better deal for me was to buy each of these items individually instead of trying to buy the bundle, because the coupon codes don't seem to work on bundle items, but they do work on individual items. At least they did when I ordered. So it ended up being $186 total that I paid for all of these products in this collection, and the bundle price online is $199. So it didn't save a ton extra, but it did save a little bit more extra. But obviously 30% off right now is a better deal than what I paid, so it would be even less if you bought each item individually. So just something to keep in mind. That's what this outer packaging looks like. We have the same style outer packaging for the Mini Duo Face Palette. So again, the same print, Alice in Wonderland. The back has a description of the Cheek Duo. Let's go ahead and zoom in. And then it's got the highlighter shade and the blush shade. The highlighter is called Tickled Pink, and the blush shade is called Paint the Roses. It also comes with a lip duo. You cannot buy these individually, so if you want the lip products, you have to purchase them together as a duo. Same beautiful packaging. One was on each side, obviously. And then on the back, you have your information, and it lets you know it includes one lip gloss and one lip cream. And then the last item in the collection is the big brush set. It looks like I put it in upside down, so you'll have to forgive me, but let's back out a little. Beautifully packaged, same box. All five brushes were in the little slots. Beautiful. And then it looked better when you first opened it because it had the makeup bag behind it, which is this stunning pink, blues, purples glitter bag. I don't usually like makeup bags that are this small because I have too much makeup to really put them into a ton of little baby bags, but this is the exception. I mean, my goodness, look at this. It's got the Alice in Wonderland logo. It's got Sigma in gold on the back. It's got this cute little charm, Alice in Wonderland charm on the handle. The inside of the bag even has an Alice in Wonderland print. You probably can't see that, but I mean, it is just, the detail is insane. It is rough to the touch, which I really, really like, but nothing comes off on your hand. So there's literally, no glitter is coming off. So this is the one time when I'm like, I really, really like the makeup bag. So that is included with 5 brushes. That is going to be $120. So that is expensive, but remember, Sigma brushes are expensive brushes. The 5 brushes that come in the collection are a foundation brush. I used it for foundation today. This is the best foundation brush I have ever used in my life. I cannot praise it enough. If you do not buy anything from this collection, treat yourself and buy this brush in the non-Alice packaging at least. It's so good. This is the F47 Multitasker, and it is listed as the perfect brush for any cream product. So blush, bronzer, foundation, any cream product, this is amazing. It's so soft. It did not, look how clean it looks. It literally looks brand new. I literally had my whole face done with this brush, and it didn't absorb any of the product. I don't even know how that's possible because I have other really nice brushes that do, like my It Cosmetics brushes, but this is the best one I've ever used. I'm going to talk more about the other brushes later, but I just had to tell you that's my favorite. You get a little dual-ended duo fiber blush bronzer kind of brush, and then you get 3 eyeshadow brushes. You get a little E27 detail blending, you get an E30 pencil brush, and you get a F45 Max small tapered blending brush. All of these were vital to the eye look that I achieved. I used all of these brushes. I did use a few other brushes for some of the smaller details, but you definitely could buy this brush set and this palette and just use the brushes to get the full look. You can use this brush for the cheek and highlighter, and this for the eyeshadow, and you're good to go. As a side note, I did promise that my most recent video was a review of the House Labs First Impression Try-On Foundation. It's the Triclone Liquid Foundation. I have this shade 050 Fair Cool. I promised I would try this again with a non-luminous primer, which I did today. I used it with a pore minimizing primer, and I still like it. It's not my favorite foundation that I've ever used, but I think it's a $45 foundation. It's cruelty-free, it's clean. I like it. It is still luminous, so I used a pore perfecting primer, and then I went in over with a powder, my standard setting powder that I use all the time. It's actually an Essence setting powder, and you could still see luminosity coming through, and it didn't look bad. I'm usually a matte kind of person, but as I've gotten older, you know, I feel like you get more textured skin. I've had a lot of acne lately. The super matte stuff doesn't look as good on my skin anymore. When I was like 20, it looked amazing. I'm not gonna lie, it looked really good. But now not so much. So I like how this foundation feels on my skin. My acne has hurt, like it literally hurts my face. This just feels like I put moisturizer on. It doesn't cause any pain. It doesn't leave like a weird filmy kind of a feeling. And so for that reason, I would continue to recommend the foundation. If you're curious, if you want to see the full review, you can watch the video that I uploaded before this one. Okay, so let's get into our cat rating and our system and talk about individual price points. So the first thing is the palette. So this is the outside of the palette, as mentioned before. I am going to open it up for you. It looked really pretty in my first video before I dug brushes and my fingers into it, but now it looks a little rough because I've already used it once, and I didn't know I was going to have to refilm, but I was too talkative. So it does come with this adorable little film cover. I know a lot of palettes come with this, but this is really thick. It's heavy, super nice quality. It's really cute. Like, I'm going to save this always. Usually I throw these out, but this one is so nice and cute. I want to keep it. So that's really, I think that's a fun added addition. And this is what the palette looks like. So it did come with a dual-ended brush. We have a little E54 medium sweeper on one side, and then we have the E38 diffused crease brush on the other side. They do have little Alice in Wonderland charms on the handle, so there's a little heart there for the Queen of Hearts. And then on this side, there's a little crown also for the Queen of Hearts. This brush was freaking good. Both sides are good. And so I know the palette cost $59, but if you think of it as 2 Sigma brushes and an eyeshadow palette with this many colors and different consistencies and textures, I think that's a fair cost. So for the cat system, for cost, I know it's a lot, $59. I think it's fair. I'm usually really cheap and would say this is too expensive. I do that for a lot of stuff. But this is the one time the quality was there. The application of these shadows was insanely good. Barely dipping into the pan, you are going to get the exact color on your eyes that you see in the pan. It doesn't matter how dark, it doesn't matter how light, immediately you are getting the exact color as in the pan, at least for the shades that I used today. I was blown away by the application and the quality of these shadows. Now, I'm not going to swatch them for you. There are plenty of swatch videos already on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. They're everywhere. If you want me to swatch them, I'm happy to do like a little short video and upload it, like a little 30-second kind of a thing where I show it on my arm. But I think most of us have already seen the swatches, and so I don't think you're coming to my video for swatches. But if you are, I'll oblige. I'll upload them for you. So I did use a lot of shades today, so I'm going to zoom you in close, and then I'm going to talk through what I did really, hopefully quickly, and how I used it. So I started with Mad Hatter, which is this mint green in the crease. It applied beautifully, so opaque, so pigmented, so beautiful. I then went in with the shade Caterpillar, kind of more in my actual like lower crease, and just tried to do a really tight little arch in my actual like where my eye socket is. I then blended that color out again with Mad Hatter, that mint green shade right here. Then I went in with this chocolate brown called Curiouser. This was as pigmented and as dark as it is in the pan. It was stunning. I then went over that. I added some NYX glitter glue. This is an affordable drugstore cruelty-free glitter glue that's great. I don't always use that, but I wanted to give the palette a fair shake, so I did use that today before I put on shimmer shades. I went in with this shade Lost, which you kind of can't tell on camera, but it is a stunning like midnight navy blue with multicolored glitter in it. And what really shocked me about this compared to other similar colors that I've used in the past, when I applied this to my eye, you could actually see individual glitter particles and that they were different colors. It didn't show up on camera, but it showed up in person, and it just took my breath away. It was so, so beautiful. So definitely this is one of those shades where I say you could take this, put it all over your lid, and call it a day. Like, it's a one and done shadow. Honestly, all of these are probably one and done shadows, but that one especially is just, oh, chef's kiss. Then I went in on the inner part of my eyelids here with this greenish, goldish shimmer called Tea Party. It had a really cute little teapot in there, but you kind of can't tell anymore. This was insane. One of the best glittery. It's not like a pressed glitter by any means. It's a shimmer, but it just has beautiful, beautiful sparkly glitters. And it just blended these two. Like, this shade is so dark but glittery, and then this shade is so much lighter. But because of the glitter pigments, I didn't even have to do any effort. They just effortlessly blended in together, even though one is way lighter than the other. Insane application, I'm telling you. And then finally under my waterline, lower lash line, I went on the 3/4 outer side with Wonderland, which is this kind of shimmery denim blue. And then on the inner under part, I went in with the shade Alice, which is like a shimmery baby blue. Both applied beautifully. Both look, again, as they were in the pan. And then finally, I popped, just barely dipped my brush into White Rabbit on the end here. And it is my inner corner color, a silvery blue leaning silver. Love it. So I don't want to keep going on and on. The packaging is amazing too. So for my cat scale, cost is great, application is great, the packaging is great. We're good to go here. But what I really want to hammer home about this palette is you can definitely create a multitude of looks. You can do a wearable, neutral, everyday look. You've got browns in here. You've got this 10-9 shade. You've got this kind of bronzy, toned down kind of gold. You've got a mustard matte. You've got, I mean, there's everything that you need is there. But if you're like myself and you want something gothy and glam, you've got some really dark colors too. This is almost black, this Lost Midnight Blue shade. This chocolate brown was stunning, 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 stunning on the outer corner to darken it up. I mean, you can do it all. You can do a fall look, these Cheshire Cat and this Burgundy Queen of Hearts shade, super fall. You can do a spring look with these pastels. You can do a bright, fun summer look with these bright pops of color. I mean, it's a year-round palette. It's an any look kind of a palette, and I think that this will fit anybody's aesthetic. And it's very, very rare that I come across a palette that checks all of those boxes. Usually I'm happy if more than one box is checked, but I mean, this did it all. So I'm giving this 5 out of 5 black cats. If you watch my channel often, I don't often do 5 out of 5s, but this is a 5 out of 5 product. So highly, highly recommend it. If you're gonna pick up one thing from the collection, I think it's pretty obvious this is the one to get. The next item that I want to talk about is the brush set. So I did mention the cost of that is $120, which is a lot, but remember you can get 20% off right now, which would take a huge, or sorry, 30% off right now, which would take a huge chunk of that off. And I did see that they're still offering the little mini liquid lipstick in the shade Awaken. So you get a free gift right now, I think free shipping and 30% off. So very, very good. So again, I know the brush set is expensive, but the cost is fair for what you get. I've never tried Sigma brushes. I've tried a lot, probably every other brand out there, honestly. And I find usually I'm a person who likes cheap brushes. I'm very hard on my brushes and they break. And maybe that's because I buy cheap brushes, I don't know. But what I really feel super strongly about as far as brushes goes is that usually I'm not going to be the person to tell you to buy an expensive brush. It's just not who I am. This is the exception to that. These brushes, just everything about them is stunning. So let's talk, we talked about the cost, let's talk about the application. As I mentioned before, this is the best foundation brush I have ever used in my life. It is beautiful, metallic-y blue. It's got that cute little Alice right here on the front of it. Stunning. The other brush that I used today to put on the blush that I'm going to show in a minute in the duo is this F53 Air contour blush brush. We've got some duo fibers here. You can see it's obviously dirty from the blush, but it just picked up the perfect amount. It applied it beautifully, it diffused it beautifully, and I really appreciate that this is the kind of blush brush where you could go in and get a heavy, heavy look, or you can do a quick little dip in and get something that's a simple wash of color. It will do it all, and I cannot wait to try this with a powdered bronzer as well. So I didn't try that today. I used a cream bronzer before I filmed because there wasn't a bronzer in this collection, but this will be a great brush, and it has the little Cheshire Cat smile as the emblem on it. Next in the brush, we had a small tapered blending brush in E45 Max, and this one has a potion bottle on it. Beautiful, blended everything out perfectly. Nothing negative to say about it. This was probably my second favorite brush in the collection. So this is the E27, and it has, is this the potion bottle? I think actually that was the potion bottle, and the one I showed before is supposed to be the little doorknob maybe. Anyways, this is a detailed blender. I used this to pack on shadow and then blend it out, and it was amazing. It picked up a ton of shadow. I could use this for shimmers. I did use this for shimmers. You could use it for the mattes. This little brush, this is a winner. So if you don't buy this collection, look for the E27 on the site in regular packaging. And then finally we have a little pencil brush. Oh, this is the one with the doorknob marker on it. And it's just a standard pencil brush. It did a great job though. I liked it. And I already showed you, but just one more time, there's that dual-ended brush from the eyeshadow set. So with these brushes, we talked about cost, we talked about application. The packaging is stunning. So not only do these brushes feel expensive, they perform expensive. I've never experienced a brush where I thought to myself, this is like high-end luxury. These do that. I felt like a professional makeup artist. I felt fancy. I felt whimsical. I was having a blast with these. And it's because of the packaging. They look beautiful. They're soft. They do the job they say that they'll do. And they feel the weight of them. It's so perfect. And the way the weight is distributed in the brush handle is also perfect. If you're someone who has had a lot of makeup brushes or you do a lot of makeup, again, I'm not professionally trained, there's just something about, I don't know what they've done with this, but the weight of this is the perfect balance. Like if I'm holding it like this, the distribution of where the weight is perfect to hold in my hand, feel comfortable, and get the job done. So I am also going to give these 5 black cats out of 5 black cats. I know it's crazy, but we're there. It's that good. And don't forget, it also comes with that beautiful, beautiful makeup bag that is stunning, and all of the products, brushes, palette, lip duo, and the face palette all fit in it, and you can zip it easily and still have room for other items. Next is the cheek palette duo. We have a highlighter in Tickled Pink and a blush in Paint the Roses. It also has this nice little filmy cover that I plan on keeping. It's got a beautiful mirror. I'll tip it back so I don't blind you. That's what those look like. So it's a beautiful cool tone blush. I'm obsessed with the color of the blush. I think it's actually a really unique color. I think a lot of companies try to do cool tone blushes, but when you put them on your skin, they get really warm compared to what they look like in the pan. But I mean, it looks like my cheeks look like what's in the pan. So very well formulated. The cost of this duo is $35. I think that that's a fair cost because of the fact that you're getting 2 full-size pans. So think of it as $17.50 blush, $17.50 highlighter. That seems reasonable for me for the quality. The highlighter is insane. It is buildable. You can barely dip your brush in. You can get a nice little flush of something. But if you want to go in heavy, like 2016 highlighter heavy, you can. And that's what I did today, and I love it. Now, the only fallback on this palette, so cost I think is fair, application was beautiful, the packaging is beautiful. My only concern is I don't know how this highlighter is going to look on deeper skin tones. So I think that this has a translucent base to it. Like whenever I'm putting it on put on the back of my hand, like it goes on and shears. I don't even know if you can see. It goes down and shears out. So I think that if you had a deeper skin tone, you wouldn't get a weird cast from this because I think the base of the highlighter is translucent, but I can't tell for sure. So I've only tried them on myself. I haven't tried them on like any of my other friends with different skin tones. So I'm gonna rate this a 4.5 black cats out of 5. If I knew for sure that it worked on all skin tones, then I would give it 5 out of 5. But if it only works on lighter skin tones, I don't like that. I feel like, I don't care how small the brand is, no offense, if you're going to make a face product, then you need to have shades that are going to work for everybody. So I think this is okay, but I'm not sure. So what I'm going to recommend is if you're watching my channel and you do have a deeper skin tone than me, which is probably everyone in the world because I'm so fair, go watch other YouTubers that have reviewed the collection. There's tons of amazing reviews out there. Find someone that has a skin tone similar to yours and see how that highlighter applies on them. But I definitely think the blush will be fine. It obviously will look different on different skin tones, but it is pigmented enough and buildable enough that any skin tone will be able to use the blush, and I feel very confident saying that. And then finally, our last item is the lip duo. The packaging on these are very pretty. We've got gold lids. It says Sigma on one side. It says Disney in gold on the other. And then we've got that really pretty Alice in Wonderland logo as well. We've got the gold caps. So we'll start with this one. This one is a lip gloss. It looks very vampy and dark in there and glittery, but it's actually super duper sheer. So I actually have swatched it in the last video on my hand here. And it is this right here. Let me just reapply it so you can see better. But you can build it up to get a little bit of a tint, but honestly this is just like, see how that looks pretty dark? But once you start kind of rubbing it in, it shears out. But still has a pink tint. It's very comfortable. It's not sticky at all. The application was great. I really like the doe foot applicator. It's a pretty standard doe foot applicator, but it got the job done. Cost $35 for the duo. Again, you can't buy them individually, at least right now. But think of it as $17.50 and $17.50, and that seems fair to me. This one, the other one in the collection, didn't tell you the name. The name of this one, oh my god, I'm going to have to look on the box because I'm blind. The lip gloss is Singing Violets, super cute name. What I'm going to do to make this work for me, I'm not a lip gloss girl, I'm going to put on a super, super dark, like the darkest berry lip liner I have, then put this on top, and then it's going to look more like what it looks like in the packaging. That's going to be my vibe when I wear it. But again, I know a lot of people prefer sheer washes of color. If you're that person, it's perfect as is. The second one is a lip cream called Kiss the Tulips. That is the swatch right here. I'll just go ahead and build it up since this was a while ago since I've done that. It is not fully opaque, but decently so. There it is right there. You can build it up to what it looks like in the bottle, and that's what I had on earlier before I put the gloss on top. And it looked great. I really liked it. This is my kind of pink. It's like a cool toned pink. I think this looks good. Like I was explaining in my giant long video that I think light pinks for me are how I do neutrals. I don't like something that leans brown. I don't like something that looks tan. I don't like peach. That just for my skin tone and my aesthetic, I don't like it. But this kind of a pink is what I would wear if I do a crazy eye look and I'm like, oh, I want a neutral lip. This is what I'm going to reach for probably. I have a few exceptions to that rule, but this, I stand behind this, even though I'm not a lip cream person. It definitely transfers. So you can see there, transferred on the back of my hand, it transferred on my mug here. But I think that most people know when you buy a lip cream, you're not buying it because you want it to be transfer proof. You're buying it because it doesn't dry your lips out. The cost, great. Application, great. It has that same doe foot applicator. The packaging, great. This is the only thing that I don't give a perfect, well, I did the highlighter a notch down, but this I'm going to give 4 out of 5 Black Cats only because I'm not a lip gloss girl. If this had been liquid lipsticks, I would have given it 10 out of 5 Black Stars. I love both of the colors. I'm just not a lip gloss person, so it's an extra step for me to have to go in with lip liner to make that look how I want it to look. And just as a side note, this NYX Out Loud liner in Fierce Flirt was the perfect match for the lip cream. So if you're someone who likes to define your lips before you go in with a lip cream, definitely pick this up. Cruelty free, you can get it at Ulta, and it's, you know, drugstore prices. Alright, so that is everything. Now I want to just briefly end the video by saying I'm going to give the whole collection 5 Black Cats out of 5 Black Cats. Everything was amazing. The thought, the quality. You can just tell that this was a passion project for everyone that works over at Sigma Beauty, and they knocked it out of the park. As an Alice in Wonderland fan, I dig it. I'm not really Disney Alice in Wonderland. I'm more Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland or original book Alice in Wonderland, but I like the Disney movie. And I appreciate that the products that they gave, for the most part, seem to fit a wide variety of different Alice options that are out there. So I like to think of myself as more of the Tim Burton-esque Alice. And just really quickly, these are my nails right now. My bridal shower that I just had was Alice in Wonderland themed, but I wanted it to be Goth Alice. So there you can see specifically I've got little Goth Alice with tattoos and a septum piercing and black lipstick and a black headband. But yeah, little charms here. These little charms have been on for over a month, so I'm getting a new set put on tomorrow, but I wanted to film this video so that everyone could see how adorable these are. And then my thumbs say we're all mad here in the clock. And then so that's everything. Thank you for spending time with me. If you want me to film a more neutral wearable look, I will do that. I'm not going to do that unless someone asks for it. It only takes one person, even just one person asking, and I'll make it for you. But I just don't usually wear more neutral leaning looks myself, but I do enjoy filming them. I think all makeup is fun for me. I'm going to recommend it, obviously. I am planning to pick up the Sigma Cinderella collection now. I don't know how long it will take because it's expensive. It's a little bit cheaper than this collection. It has the same stuff: cheek duo, lip duo, eyeshadow palette, makeup bag, and brush set. But it is a little bit cheaper, I think, because of the specific brushes that were included in the brush set is what made it be cheaper. I'm not entirely sure though, but everything in this performed so beautifully that I want to continue to support Sigma. I want to buy the Cinderella collection. I'm definitely not a Cinderella girl, which is probably not a surprise to anyone, but I'm going to buy the heck out of that collection if I'm going to use it. So even though that's over like a year old now, I think, I'll still make a video on it. I'll try to make a quicker one. Obviously this video is at 35 minutes and I was trying to keep it to 15, so I just can't stop talking, but I'm going to keep working on it. Stay with me, bear with me. I appreciate you all. And yeah, let me know if you want to see a neutral look. Let me know if you want me to upload the super long hour and 45 minute first impression video. I'll upload it if someone wants to see it. And other than that, I hope you'll come back. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, like the video, anything like that helps me out. And thanks for spending your time with me. I really appreciate it.